The air in Willow Creek Park was thick with the stench of burning plastic, a sharp, acrid smell that hit Clara Bennett like a punch as she rounded the corner. Then came the sound of raw, keening wail from her 7-year-old daughter, Sophie, that didn't just reach Clara's ears but clawed straight into her soul. Sophie, her small frame rigid with terror, stood pointing a trembling finger at the community fire pit, a stone circle usually reserved for cozy neighborhood Esmores nights. Flames were devouring something metallic, something heartbreakingly familiar. Sophie's iPad, its rugged blue case cracking and melting into a black, oozing mess. That wasn't just any device, it was Sophie's voice, her lifeline, the augmentative communication tool that let her navigate a world that often misunderstood her silence due to autism. Standing by the pit, calmly stoking the flames with a metal poker, was Evelyn Carver, the iron-fisted president of the Willow Creek Homeowners Association. Her face was serene, almost smug, as she glanced up. "Oh, Captain Bennett," she said, her voice smooth as polished glass. "Just tidying up. Someone left this noisy gadget lying around. Kids should be playing outside, not glued to screens." She flicked her wrist, sending sparks skyward, dismissing the irritating bleeps the iPad had made, bleeps that were Sophie's desperate attempt to call for help as her only means of communication was ripped away. Clara's world spun. She was Captain Clara Bennett, head of the state police cybercrimes unit, a woman who chased digital predators through encrypted shadows. But right now, she was just Sophie's mom, her heart shattering as she watched her daughter's voice burn. Sophie's cries, wordless but piercing, echoed through the park. Clara's training kicked in, her mind cataloging every detail. The poker in Evelyn's hand, the height of the flames, Sophie's silent scream. This wasn't vandalism. This was a felony, the deliberate destruction of medical assistive technology. And Evelyn Carver, in her smug ignorance, had just committed it in front of the one person who could bring her down. Clara lived a double life. By day, she led a team battling cyber crime-shacking rings, fraud networks, and the darkest corners of the internet. She was respected, even feared, for her razor-sharp mind and unrelenting drive. At home, she was just Clara, wife to Nathan, a brilliant software engineer, and mom to Sophie, whose autism made her world both challenging and radiant. Sophie's voice didn't come from her mouth. It came from her iPad, customized by Nathan with a voice sync app that bridged her thoughts to the world. It let her ask for her favorite mac and cheese, say, "I love you," or share her fears and joys. It was, in every sense, her voice. They'd moved to Willow Creek for its top schools and safe, green spaces, thinking the HOA's rules about lawn care and holiday decorations were just suburban quirks. Evelyn Carver, though, was no quirk. Her obsession with community standards had shown cracks before. Weeks earlier, she'd scolded Nathan while Sophie used her iPad to describe a butterfly in the park. "Such a shame," Evelyn had said, her smile tight, "to see a child tethered to a device instead of playing naturally." Nathan had explained patiently that the iPad was Sophie's voice, but Evelyn's eyes had glinted with disdain, muttering about disruptive noises and unnatural reliance on technology. Clara had felt a chill then, sensing Evelyn's ignorance wasn't just clueless, it was dangerous. Now, standing by the smoldering ruins of Sophie's voice, Clara's fury was a levying thing. "What have you done?" she growled, advancing on Evelyn, who stepped back, her composure flickering. "I disposed of litter," Evelyn snapped, recovering her haughty tone. "It was abandoned, making a racket. A hazard." Clara's voice shook with disbelief. "Abandoned?" Sophie was 10 feet away, trying to play with other kids. "That was a Dula 2000 medical device, her voice, and you burned it." She was already snapping photos, Evelyn, the pit, the poker, her cybercrimes instincts preserving the scene. Sophie collapsed, her cries now choked gasps. Nathan, alerted by the noise, sprinted from their nearby house, scooping Sophie up as his eyes met Clara's in shared outrage. Clara dialed 911, her voice clipped. "This is Captain Clara Bennett, State Police." I'm reporting the malicious destruction of medical assistive technology at Willow Creek Park. The perpetrator is here. Officer Daniels, young and rattled, arrived to a chaotic scene. A sobbing child, furious parents, a smug HOA president, and a state police captain pointing at a charred iPad. Clara laid out the crime, citing statutes she'd helped write. Evelyn, unfazed, played the VY Tim. Arrest me? This is absurd. I'm keeping our park clean. That woman's unhinged, abusing her badge to harass me. Nathan, trembling, stepped in. You didn't burn plastic. You stole my daughter's voice. You ripped out her tongue and threw in the fire. Do you get that? Daniels, overwhelmed, took notes but didn't arrest Evelyn, citing conflicting statements. Clara knew he was out of his depth, but this was just the start. The aftermath was brutal. Sophie's world crumbled without her iPad. She stopped eating, sleeping, her body trembling with fear. The new iPad Nathan set up felt wrong to her. Its generic voice of strangers. Dr. Lila Patel, Sophie's speech therapist, was blunt. This is trauma. That of VYC was part of her. Losing it is like losing a piece of her brain. Evelyn, meanwhile, doubled down, issuing an HOA newsletter banning kids to VYCS in the park to preserve tranquility. Anonymous online comments, clearly fueled by Evelyn's allies, stung. Some kids don't belong in public if they need robot voices. Then Sophie's backyard sensory tent was slashed, a cruel echo of Evelyn's vendetta. Clara's resolve hardened. She's terrorizing my child, she told Nathan, her voice deadly calm. My unit doesn't just catch hackers. We stop predators who harm the vulnerable. While the local police built their case, Clara explored cyberstalking laws and ADA violations. A neighbor, retired Judge Mr. Harlow, offered a bombshell. He'd overheard Evelyn call Sophie's iPad an abomination weeks before, vowing to put a stop to it. Another family saw Evelyn snatch the iPad from a bench while Sophie tried to join a game. These accounts, plus Dr. Patel's report, were gold. The turning point came when Evelyn, feeling untouchable, emailed the HOA, dismissing the incident as a misunderstanding and adding a VY-SIAS note. Some children aren't suited for community, leave VY-ing if their parents rely on unnatural crutches. Clara's team verified the email's origin, a digital smoking gun of discrimination. She met with Prosecutor Asa Harper, laying out the EVY Denke, witness statements, the email, and statutes on assistive technology destruction. You have probable cause and a moral duty, Harper said. Arrest her. That afternoon, Clara, in full uniform, and her deputy, Lieutenant Marcus Lee, drove to Evelyn's pristine home. When Evelyn answered, her sneer faded as Clara spoke. Evelyn Carver, you're under arrest for felony destruction of medical assistive technology and CIVYL rights violations. As Lee cuffed a stunned Evelyn, Clara listed her rights, her voice ice-cold. Evelyn's lawyer arrived, blustering, but Clara was untouchable. The law was clear. The arrest, in front of gaping neighbors, was a spectacle, amplified when Clara's team seized Evelyn's VY-SIAS for forensic analysis. The fallout was seismic. Willow Creek's HOA collapsed, its board scrambling to distance themselves as Harper probed Evelyn's finances. Mr. Harlow led a new board, issuing an apology and rescinding discriminatory rules. Sophie, hearing Evelyn was gone, began to heal, tentatively using her new iPad. The trial was a media frenzy, one of the first under the assistive technology statute. Clara's testimony, blending a mother's pain with a captain's precision, was riveting. Nathan and Dr. Patel detailed Sophie's loss. Evelyn's defense that she was a misunderstood do-gooder crumbled when her VYCS revealed searches like, "Is burning electronics illegal?" and deleted rants against disabled kids. Her smug courtroom demeanor sealed her fate. The jury's verdict was unanimous. Guilty. Evelyn got 5 years, restitution, and a lifetime ban from leadership roles. Willow Creek changed. The park now has a communication board, inspired by Sophie. She's Thrive VY-ing, her new Voice Sync VY brand, her art bowl drawings proclaiming, "I have a voice," a testament to her strength. One day, Clara watched Sophie laugh with Nathan, her synthesized voice echoing. The fire pit shadow was gone, crossed out like in Sophie's drawing. The community had learned. True peace comes from empathy, not control. But what do you think? Was Clara right to use her badge in a personal fight, or did she blur the line between justice and vengeance? Should Evelyn's punishment have been harsher, or was it too severe for a misguided act? And what about the neighbors who stayed silent? Were they complicit or just caught in the crossfire? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if this story gripped you, and subscribe for more tales where justice and heart collide.